The scene is observed from above as a Ukrainian reconnaissance drone scans open ground near collapsed power structures. A lone Russian soldier lies exposed with no cover or camouflage, likely exhausted after a failed advance earlier nearby. There is no movement, no awareness. The drone holds position, confirms isolation. Then another platform approaches quietly and resolves the contact. The moment passes without noise or pursuit. On today's battlefield, fatigue and visibility erase pauses, while persistent aerial observation turns rest into risk through continuous surveillance and coordination. The scene takes place along a snow-covered forest belt, where Ukrainian drone teams conduct routine aerial surveillance over contested terrain. From above, a reconnaissance drone identifies a lone Russian soldier concealed among trees, separated from supporting elements. The position is assessed, confirmed, and intelligence is relayed within seconds. Another Ukrainian drone is redirected toward the area. Sensing that something is wrong, the soldier abandons his initial position and moves to the base of a nearby tree, dropping to one knee and raising his weapon in a defensive posture. The adjustment comes late. As the drone closes distance, the soldier looks upward and fires in an attempt to force space and disrupt the approach. The effort briefly alters the drone's angle but fails to change the situation. The drone corrects its path and completes a precise engagement. The sequence ends without pursuit or escalation. On today's battlefield, detection speed, coordination, and timing consistently outweigh individual reaction, turning isolated movement into exposure long before escape becomes possible. The scene unfolds in a small village under intense dispute, observed from above by a Ukrainian reconnaissance drone. Smoke rises from a damaged house as a group of Russian soldiers retreats across open ground, searching for temporary shelter. Their movement is urgent and exposed. The lead soldier heads toward a neighboring building, assuming it offers safety. What remains unseen is the interior inside. A Ukrainian defender is already positioned and waiting. As the door opens, contact is made and two soldiers are neutralized in quick succession. A third reacts in time, dropping to the ground and avoiding immediate engagement. Moments later, the Ukrainian soldier exits the building and resolves the final threat. The sequence ends quietly. In close terrain, control of interiors, timing, and prior positioning often decide outcomes before reinforcements or recovery are possible. The scene takes place inside a dense forest belt near Lyman, where Ukrainian reconnaissance drones are scanning for isolated movement. Intelligence confirms a Russian soldier hiding among trees, and a drone is redirected to verify the position. As the aircraft closes in, the soldier reacts, firing upward in an attempt to force distance. The effort fails to alter the approach. Within minutes, additional drones arrive and expand coverage across the woodland. Separate soldiers moving alone are detected along paths and shallow cover, some attempting to hide, others running toward the tree line. Each movement is tracked and addressed in sequence. The operation remains controlled and deliberate, focused on denying regrouping rather than pursuit. In modern forest warfare, coordinated drones compress time and space, turning concealment into exposure and movement into risk through sustained aerial control. The scene takes place near a damaged electrical substation close to Kozarovichi in the Kiev region, observed from above by a Ukrainian reconnaissance drone. After receiving fire in the area, a Russian airborne unit begins to withdraw along exposed ground between transmission towers. Movement is rushed and disorganized. Several soldiers attempt to carry fallen and wounded comrades while scanning for cover among the pylons. From the air, the retreat is clearly visible and uneven. The drone maintains altitude, documenting rather than pursuing. The unit eventually clears the site, leaving equipment behind. In modern warfare, once cohesion breaks near open infrastructure, recovery gives way to escape. The following footage is a compilation of moments recorded over the past month across multiple heavily contested areas, observed through the cameras of Ukrainian drones. Each sequence begins the same way, with a single figure or small group moving independently, often believing distance or terrain provides protection. Some attempt to blend into snow-covered ground, others run between cover, pause inside ruins, or react by turning back toward the drone. From above, every movement is visible. Operators do not rush. They track patterns, confirm isolation, and commit only when timing is certain. What follows is not chaos but repetition. Movement breaks down, routes collapse, and escape options narrow. These moments highlight how individual decisions are reshaped under constant observation. In modern warfare, drones remove anonymity from the battlefield, turning isolated movement into exposure across every contested zone. The scene unfolds along a snow-covered roadside where a Ukrainian reconnaissance drone tracks movement below. Two Russian soldiers climb onto a disabled civilian vehicle, treating it as temporary shelter. From above, the position offers no real protection. A Ukrainian drone moves in to engage. Nearby, another soldier stands exposed in open ground, firing upward to force distance. When the weapon runs dry, he resorts to physical gestures, revealing the limits of ground response against aerial control. Modern engagements now hinge on awareness, coordination, and rapid decision-making rather than firepower alone. Near a cluster of ruined homes, a Russian group moves along an exposed road, one soldier pushing an office chair in an improvised attempt to keep pace. After only a few steps, a drone intervenes, disrupting the movement. Two survivors enter a nearby building to recover. Moments later, another drone arrives, ending the pause. Control of space now depends on persistence, overlap, and denying time to regroup through continuous aerial pressure. The scene unfolds along a snow-covered forest edge where a Ukrainian drone identifies a Russian unit moving through tree lines. From above, the formation is visible against the white terrain. The drone closes in, interrupting the movement before the group can disperse. Within moments, additional drones are directed toward nearby routes. Separate groups advancing along key roads are detected and engaged in sequence. Each response is deliberate, timed to deny coordination rather than chase individuals. What follows is fragmentation, hesitation, and delayed movement across multiple axes. In modern operations, control of approach routes matters as much as holding ground. Layered drone coordination now interrupts momentum by denying concealment, timing, and freedom of movement before contact occurs. The scene unfolds along a dirt road where a Ukrainian drone approaches low and fast. A Russian soldier reacts by throwing branches toward the aircraft, attempting to break its path, but the effort falls short. Nearby, another soldier briefly emerges from a shelter and is immediately exposed from above. Within minutes, additional drones arrive, isolating scattered individuals moving alone or hiding nearby. The response is coordinated and controlled. What follows is not pursuit, but containment. Modern drone operations steadily reduce options, turning isolated movement and improvised defense into visible risk through layered aerial control. The scene unfolds near Siversk, along the direction towards Sloviansk, where Ukrainian drone systems maintain continuous aerial control. Isolated Russian soldiers move through the area wearing improvised anti-drone cloaks, attempting to reduce visibility while crossing open gaps and tree lines. From above, the adjustments offer little protection. Drones detect movement, hold distance, and coordinate responses. Some soldiers attempt to hide, others run between cover, and a few fire upward in reaction. None of the efforts alter the outcome. Each interception is measured and sequential, focused on denying regrouping rather than pursuit. The sequence highlights how adaptation on the ground struggles against persistent surveillance. In modern warfare, layered drone networks outweigh individual countermeasures by controlling space, timing, and exposure simultaneously. The event unfolds over the airspace near Pokrovsk, where Ukrainian drone operators maintain continuous aerial surveillance. Multiple Russian Lightning-type drones enter the area while conducting their own missions. From above, Ukrainian teams detect the flight paths, confirm intent, and coordinate intercepts. The response is measured and fast. Interceptor drones close distance, adjust altitude, and neutralize the airborne platforms one by one. What appears brief reflects deeper planning. Control of airspace denies reconnaissance, disrupts coordination, and limits future movement. Modern battles are increasingly decided before ground forces ever make contact, through sensors, networks, and disciplined drone coordination that shapes the fight before it begins.